Hello, Asa. How are you? Hello, Kujos, as well. How are y'all doing? Good. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Finally, the end of the week. Absolutely, it is. It felt like forever this week. Genuinely. Definitely felt like a very long week. Just trying to get everything ready. I've actually been playing leagues on my account lately. You're gonna be back, you're gonna draw, hell yeah. Yeah, I've been playing leagues lately. I finished it on my main a while ago, but I went back on this account. And I'm trying to get some points. Don't know how many points I'm at, though. I should probably check, to be honest. I actually need to update someone's rank in the Discord. Or not the Discord, the clan chat. Let me do that. Forgot about that. I don't even know if he's online, but let's see. Wonder if anyone else needs to be updated. Let me see while we're at it. No, but some are getting very, very close. Good evening. Hello, Rusty. How are you? Sorry, I was fixing some of the ranks in the clan chat. Golbez reached out to me when I was working today. Hello, Marcus. I just looked up your total level, Marcus. You're literally like 2 levels from getting the Zenite rank. If I remember right. I was trying to check them out. Working on it? Yeah, you're very, very close. Got a new pet to the clog. Nice. Big, big, big. Oh, Marcus, you could literally have it done by the end of an hour. You're only 91 cooking. You could literally have that done, like, in an hour. Got 99 Slayer today? That's huge. That is probably the longest 99 in my experience. Like, even longer than Runecraft. Runecraft is a very, very long one. Second, trying to do something real quick. Oh, I can close that, close that. That's not what I meant to do. Today's been crazy. Clan chat announcements through the day. Hell yeah, we love to hear that. We love to hear that. All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. So we're now at day 5, as you saw, for Wintertime. I have not touched it pretty much at all, like, for who knows how long. Or I guess Monday would be the answer for that. We're at 94, so we are within an hour from 95. I don't know if we'll get 96 this, probably not. We probably won't get 96, but we are very close to 95. No way we're doing Wintertot again? Yeah, we are. It's because we rolled a fast 99. I could definitely, if I like no-lifed it, I could have it done by like the end of tomorrow. But I only stream for 4 hours at a time. And this is what I do on stream as of right now. Might as well hop to a world and get it started. Got back-to-back whip and dagger from Abyssal Demons. That's extraordinarily rare. Okay, let's turn on Entity Hider before something crazy happens. Hide others 2D. Perfect. But yeah, we're doing Wintertot until 99. At least that's the current goal. Yeah. I trained a bit of defense. We got to 92 and 93. Yeah. We're close to 94, but I only really train defense at work. If I'm at home, I don't typically touch defense at all. Mass opening at 99. I've been opening at the end of every stream. I've just been opening at the end of every stream. I thought about it, but the money would be nice. The money's not like crazy or whatever. I actually made more money like mining gemstones. Oh, you've been asleep and by then? Yeah. It's always at the very end of each stream that I've been doing openings. It's not been too crazy. We got, what's it called? We got a Tome of Fire once. Maybe it was twice. I think it was once. Been trading in all the outfit pieces each time for burnt pages just because they're, like, just the best thing to trade in for pages. Because you either trade them in for pages or you trade them in for, like, an extra roll at the crate, which is just not worth it. I traded them in for 50 pages, which is actually a decent chunk. But yeah. I was saying this earlier, before the stream, like, truly started, quote unquote. But I've been playing this account on, the Gridmaster Worlds for a bit. Because, of the tradable rewards from this one. So if I go and get 18k points, I can trade it in for 3 of the scrolls. And if they're anything like the previous ones, I'll be able to just, like, hold on to them for a bit and then sell them later for, like, a much higher cost. So I'll probably buy them and then hold on to them until they reach a certain value. I'm thinking like 10 mil and then sell. I also don't know what the previous ones have been priced at either, though. Stonkin? Yeah, that's the goal. Even if I sell it early, it won't matter too much. I did the math and it's like 10 mil right out the gate if I just sell it immediately. Mr. Palio, don't know why YouTube's doxing you? Unfortunate. Errol saw how to change it. He went to like YouTube channel or something, and then that's how he fixed it. It was like YouTube channel, edit channel, something like that. Yeah, you're not the only one. It seemed to have reverted for everyone. I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure why they did it, but quite a few people it happened to. I don't think it happened to me, though, so I'm not sure. Yeah, it seems like it changed for everyone, Marcus. Like, even Rostu's name is different. PK's name changed, and I think quite literally everyone. There you go. Easy fix. Unfortunately, it doesn't change your earlier messages, though. So now that you finished off Whisper for the Soul Reaper Axe, what's your goal now, Japalio? Just been at Delve since, I see. Crazy statement. What the hell? That is a crazy statement. I feel like I've not seen Fully in a long time. Just got reminded of that because I saw him log out right there. Every time I've seen him log in lately, it's been onto RuneScape 3 Worlds. I hope we have enough time for this. Do you have the Delve pet yet, Japalio? Also, have you completed Wave 8 yet? Or have you been sticking to Wave 6 and 7? What are you doing, dog? And you're like making all these sorts of noises. I wonder where his jam's at, because he said he wasn't going to be on till Sunday. I need to learn Delve as well, though. I remember getting to 7, but I don't think I ever attempted it. But I could be wrong. I know I was running it in Missouri, which is apparently a mistake. So Marcus, what are you up to now then? Now that you have 99 Slayer, what have you moved on to? Right now you're thieving? Oh, nice. So you picked an easy skill then. That's not bad. Trying out Pyramid Plunder. Are you above 91? Because if you're not above 91, I wouldn't touch it. Oh, you're 94. Yeah, you for sure can do it. Pyramid Plunder's chill. I know a lot of people like to do the wilderness thieving. I've never tried it personally, but I know that's what Fully did. Can't be asked with the Wildy. Well, the Wildy's the highest XP in the game for thieving. Like by a pretty decent margin too. You just really got to do it on the mass worlds. Pyramid Plunder's not bad though. I stopped at 91 expecting to do Pyramid Plunder. But last I checked, the scepters weren't worth very much. Let me see. Scepter. Oh, 3.5. Okay, they've gone up a little bit. They're back to 3.5. I also hate the wilderness. That's part of why I haven't done it. You got one at 5 KC, that's insane. It took me, on my iron, I went to post 99, and then also an additional 1.2 million XP before I got my scepter. And that's including both the sarcophagus and the golden chest in the middle. I did both. Yeah, it is insane. I think what's even more insane is I've done like 5 accounts to 99 thieving and never gotten Rocky. I'm glad you've been lucky, man. I just got on literally like a couple minutes before stream started. So I haven't gotten the chance to really do much. This has literally been my Fridays, Saturdays, and Mondays. It's just winter top. These off days, I've mainly just been playing the Gridmaster. And a pickpocket some elves. Aren't blood shards better GP per hour right now? I mean, I'm not 100% sure, I just assume. Make sure you have your Archaeus spellbook out when you're doing it. Man, don't have enough time again. This is sad. Elves are like 3.2, Vires are 2.5. Really? That's actually like a decent bit of money per hour. I don't know when it's considered worth doing elves though. Like I've always been told Vires and elves are like you don't do them until 99. With the thieving cape and rogue's outfit and all the other stuff. At least that's what I've always been told and assumed. This. Need to write that date down. Sorry, I was checking something. Alright, make sure you have the Rogue's FS so you can get twice the loot. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely make sure. Bro, I'm trying to do something. Why is it doing? Bruh. I need to do some Barbarian Assault or something here soon. I need to make some money. Not on this account, but on my main account. Speaking of which, I need to be mining shooting stars on my iron. Missed the 14 mil blood shards? What are they at now? Have they been botted to shit or something? I mean, obviously, but... yeah. Blood shard. I should do a BA stream? Maybe. The problem with BA is it takes a while to find a team sometimes. That is how I used to stream, though, on Twitch, is I would stream, like, Vorkath and do BA. So I would, like, do BA until there was a team. Or while there was a team, and then when there wasn't a team, I would be doing Vorkath. 8 mil or so? I see. $8 mil or so is kind of crazy. I feel like it needs to be more. I think a lot of people would agree with that. You were doing Vires when shards with 13 mil, made some good money. I believe it, especially if you had your, whatever the hell it's called. Your, Rogue's Den outfit. I don't know if I've gotten one blood shard. Well, technically it was a double drop, but I've gotten one blood shard And I don't remember what account I was on, but I remember I literally pickpocketed like maybe 200 of them, and I got the drop, and I was like, screw this, guess I'm done. And then I never went back. Over 3k Vire kills, no shards. Oh, well, you don't kill Vires for the shards. I mean, you can, but you normally don't. You typically thieve for them. Thieving is much faster than killing them. You only kill them for the, like the AFK combat XP. Four from doubles, and 3 from AFK. You must have been sitting there for a hot minute then. So I remember someone doing the math on getting them from the AFK versus doing them thieving, and it was like crazy more rare to get it from PVM. It was a long time. Yeah, I believe that. I was always scared if I tried to AFK for blood shards that I would end up missing it on the ground and someone else would pick it up. Because if I'm going to AFK something, I'm going to AFK it. Like, I am not paying attention to the game. Like, if you ever see me at Crab or see me online and during the middle of the workday, I'm probably at Crab. Doing it when working, a bit of AFK time. That's the thing. If I'm like at work, I have to pay attention. Now, I technically could pay more attention to the game, but I'm more worried about, you know, getting in trouble for playing a game at work. So I'd rather just, you know, not I would rather AFK harder. Actually, specifically why I don't do stars is because the travel time to get to the star locations. If the star location was stagnant, like it never moved, or static, not stagnant. If it was a static location, it wouldn't be so bad. But the traveling is really worrisome. Speaking of mining, I've still not touched it on this account for like a week. You're lucky that way. Dude, I've worked from home a few times, and I can tell you with 100% certainty, it's great. Every time I've worked from home, it's been great. I work better, and I get to play RuneScape more. 36 warmth, I think that's the new low. Oh, 30? Are we gonna die for once? Well, I would say unfortunate, but I'd rather not die. Hate mining and runecrafting, they're so slow. I think mining is the worst one, genuinely. Like, runecraft is bad, but I don't know, I feel like mining is just straight up worse. At least with mining, you can, or at least with runecraft, you can get crazy XP rates if you have people like running your runes. You don't get that luxury with mining. The only way you get better mining rates is if you're, what's it called? If you are doing like 3-tick mining or 4-tick mining even. Oh, another person died. Sad for them. I for sure think mining is the worst, though. I I would say second place probably goes to agility. Second worst is probably agility, and then I'd say third is runecraft. That's the order I would place them in. I'm genuinely surprised Jagex hasn't added in a quote-unquote official AFK agility training. Like, we do have one being the bike pedals at Blast Furnace, but like that's abysmally slow. So we technically have one, but not really. Bike's not worth it? Oh, absolutely not. You'll never catch me on that bike unless I am down bad, down bad. I'd be better off going into one of those AFK agility houses before doing that. Trying to think if there's, like, I think agility's best XP in the game, if I remember right, is Hollowed Sepulture. Which, I mean, I guess is a little fun. But, like, it's just too intensive. Colossal Worms course ain't that bad. I mean, it's not. It was a little interesting when I did Colossal Worms. Getting close to 90 agility now, getting the slow skills out of the way. That's definitely the best way to do it. That way you could just fly to max. If you just wanted to bang out 2200 total though, Marcus, you could literally have 2 cooking levels basically instantly. Especially if you do the EHP method, which is 1 tick Carom Bonds. Or even just doing wines, which is about half the XP rate of Carom Bonds, but it's still, like, obviously really good XP. Man, this snowfall is going crazy. You got 2 levels coming up real soon? Hell yeah. Are you doing the cooking like I just said, or are you coming with something else? Oh shit, there's 95 fire making. I wasn't even expecting that. Kind of forgot that was coming up. You just have 2 skills that are very close. I see, that makes sense. Dang, 95 is a weird one because it's when you realize, like, you're only 4 levels away. I'm 4 levels from 99. That's crazy work. Let's do a reset all. And see what XP we're getting. You got 99 cooking doing sharks? That's what I did for my very first 99. And it was 99 cooking as well. Yeah, four fire making levels is crazy. Wait, why am I running back here? What am I doing? I don't know why I just ran back. I was definitely not paying attention. Good profit too. I think I made like 40 mil off of 99 cooking when I did it. Because I remember it being right around the time Monkey Madness 2 came out. I think I bought them before Monkey Madness 2 was announced. And I finished it right after Monkey Madness 2 was released. So I sold them all at the start of Monkey Madness 2, so I made a huge profit. If I'm remembering it right. I could be misremembering though. What's the price of Shadow at? I've not looked in a while. Let's see. Shadow. It's... Oh my god. 800 mil. That is so down bad. Why solo Todd? It's not solo. I have Entity Hider on. So if I do this, you'll see the other people. I turn on Entity Hider for them specifically. Because there's typically some wild chat that's going on. And I don't want it to easily be seen on stream if they say something really wild. Because I've seen some crazy chat messages at Wintertop before. Not trying to get banned because someone else said something really dumb. Fun fact, did you know that the Yamalo Shicardito that this guy keeps saying is actually, if I remember, a type of butterfly? I think it's the scientific name for a certain type of butterfly. I do wonder how long ago it was that I got 99 cooking, because I actually don't know when it was. I have like an estimated time frame, like I have a minimum and a maximum. I have an exact day for every single 99 except for my cooking, and it kind of upsets me. Didn't know Entity Hider hides the chat too. It does if you click hide 2D. You can hide all sorts of stuff with Entity Hider. Even thralls, you can hide pets, you can hide all sorts of stuff. Very, very useful. As for hiding the actual RuneScape chat though, I just have it set to game so I can still see the cold seeping into my bones and, you know, cry about it. The music playing right now for some reason reminds me of like Banjo-Kazooie. I don't know why, because it doesn't really sound too much like it. Do I have the Phoenix pet? I do on my Iron Man, but none of my other accounts. I will say I'll be a little bit sad if I get it on this account, because I need it on my main. I wish I could transfer all of my pet luck to my main. I don't care about pets at all on this account. I don't believe I've gotten any on this account yet. At least I don't think so. Could be misremembering. I do eventually want to go for all pets on my main account, but it'll be so far down the road. All pets is crazy work. Absolutely it is. But, I mean, I've already maxed my account. I am more than likely going to put a pause on this account when sailing comes out, just so I can work on my main to get the max K back. Bloodhound alone makes you shake in your boots, I see you. Hello, Coreheart, how are you? I'm surprised you haven't changed your name back yet. "96 fire making, no Phoenix, but a lot have been burning logs." That's crazy. I did 75 to 99 fire making on my main account with like magic logs and redwood logs. 75 to 90 was magic logs, then 90 to 99 I did redwood logs, and I did it in I think 3 days, or it might have been 2 days. I don't remember, but I did it because in the clan I was in at the time, fire making was the skill of the week, and I was like, I guess I'm just gonna win this real quick, and I just blasted it out. Got home from like school or work or however old I was, I don't remember, and just ran it. Great, you're still at work. You know, Coreheart, I don't think you've ever said what you do for work. Not that you have to say. Bloodhound is definitely an annoying pet to deal with. I think most of the clues I've done on my main account were master clues. I like trade in the 4 different levels, like the easy to elite, and I trade them in for the master, and then I do the master. That's how I personally deal with clue scrolls on my main. I was, at the time, I was using implings for easy, medium, hard. And then for elites, I was doing loot rolls for, what's it called? I don't remember. Oh, loot rolls at Barbarian Assault. And if I wasn't doing Barbarian Assault, I would get them from Vorkath. But I wouldn't open the implings until I got the elite clue scroll. Otherwise, it didn't matter. Because at the time, you couldn't stack them up. Oh, grats on 95 thieving. I just saw that. Looks like Pyramid Plunder's treating you pretty well then. You know, I think we will get another fire making level this stream. It'll be very close, but I think we will. Of course, of course. So you're what, 1 level away now? What's the other one you're gonna go for? Need 2 more? Oh, I see. I mean, let's see. So you got the thieving. Are you close on anything else? I mean, cooking is super quick. Woodcutting, if you did like 2 ticks or something, you're like an hour and a half away. Farming, you're... Oh, wait. That's not a real level. Never mind. Thieving, you could get done super quick. Oh, you're like literally... Yeah, your prayer is super close. I'm surprised you haven't maxed out your melees. You just go to crabbing at that pretty easily. Said it multiple times, not sure how I haven't heard it. Main job is investments and personal financial advisor, but you work at a bar as well. Are you like a bartender? Or do you just like you just kind of work there like you're like a busser or something like that? How's the grind? It's going fine. We're at 95 fire making right now. We're like 2.5 hours away from 96. So yeah, been going pretty good to be honest. Yeah, I think we started at 80 something. I want to say 85. I think we started at. Question, why no fletching knife? Because I've never gotten it. Honestly, I don't even know how the fletching minigame even works. I've not looked into it whatsoever. You're about to get the prayer level? Hell yeah, Marcus, do it. I mean, you're what, like 6k XP away? You're not sure how to say it in English, but director? I mean, so you're a director of a bar. So that means you're either like owner type or you're like a manager. Like you manage people. I guess you could also be in charge of like operations, which is a type of manager. No biggie, just makes fletching here a tick faster. It for sure would. The issue is I also lose an inventory slot. I'm not sure. I would probably trade off the broom and torch, yeah? Or is it a main hand thing? I've not looked into the fletching knife at all. It could be something I do off stream. Manager of smaller managers. So you're like, okay, so like the best way I can think of it is whenever I worked at like a fast food place, right? I worked at a Hardee's at one point. And so there's like the team lead and then there's like the store manager. So you're like more of the store manager kind of deal. Is how I would assume is what you're talking about. Like the different levels of management. You use it instead of the normal knife, it just replaces it? Oh, I thought you had to equip it for it to work. Is that not how that works? How long does it take to get? I've not looked into it at all. I've literally... Here, wait. What's it called? Let me look this up. OSR's fletching... Oh my god, can I type? Fletching knife. So I get it from him for 350 points. I don't know how long it takes to get it though. It's RNG to get it? Oh no, but it says you can buy it for 350 points. You can equip it, but only works in the inventory. What's the point of buying it then? What? Or the point of equipping it if it only works in the inventory? That just seems like a waste of time at that point. At least what I just read, you can buy it. You can also buy it, but you can get it from RNG. Okay, I see. I see. In case any of you are confused on why I'm reading some messages you may not see, I'm multi-streaming on both Twitch and YouTube. So if I'm ever reading a message you don't see, it's probably in one chat or the other. Just so no one just feels like they're really confused right now. You got it really fast from RNG. You spooned it in 18 pools, so you got lucky. Maybe I should go try it then. I've not touched it literally at all. How hard is it to like figure out how it works? Like I've seen like a rotation thing, but I've not looked at all into it. Surely it's not too bad. I heard the XP is like over 400,000 an hour. So surely it's not too bad. It's really simple? Okay, I see. Maybe I should do it then. I missed the thing there. Unfortunate. Maybe I will try it out. Maybe like tomorrow before stream or something, I'll go and try it out. Or at least watch a video or something about it. I've heard a lot of people recommend it. It's not like I'm just gonna grind out 99 right away anyway. Gotta make sure we get these points in real quick. We don't have a lot of time left in this. There we go. At 70 fire making with fletching knife and the scouter plugin, you're getting 300 KXP at top. I'm getting roughly 350k, but I'm not using the fletching knife. I would definitely do better if I had the fletching knife though, for sure. Able to get 500 points at roughly 45% of the games. I mean, I'm getting them in like 95% of the games. The only time I'm not getting it is if I'm doing something stupid. If I'm like either AFKing too long, if I'm like joining way too late, or if I just get screwed over by the cold. It definitely means you can't AFK at all here, though. Which kind of sucks, because I remember people calling this AFK all the time. And it's just not. Oh, you mean if you hop in the game, it's got 45% energy? I typically hop anywhere between like 55 to 70%. That's kind of like the goal range. I have hopped at like 50% on the dot. But it's kind of RNG if I get it or not. I could definitely see why it would work better at 45% games with the fletching knife. Plus there's more room for error. Most people don't understand the meaning of AFK. I think a lot of people would say I don't understand AFK though, to be fair. Which I find a little weird. Because there's some things people are adamant that it's AFK that I disagree with it being AFK. For example, I would not call shooting stars AFK. I wouldn't. And it's some of what most people consider the most AFK thing in the entire game. You click an AFK for 20 minutes at a time. Not really 20, it's probably closer to like 10. But I don't call it AFK for the sole reason that the star can disappear and move, and you have to find someplace else to where it is, and if you're on mobile, you have to pull up websites to see where it's at, and that's just not for me, man. That's just not for me. If I have to leave the game and then go and find it on a third party, I can't call that AFK. I just can't. But crab I'll call AFK. Because I don't have to search anything or think about it. I just click on the cave, click on the crab, repeat. AFKing is gemstone crab? Exactly. Exactly. I mean, redwoods are AFK, gemstone crab is AFK. I don't know where I would like hit my limit on what I call AFK. Because when I think of AFK, I would call smithing cannonballs AFK. But at the same time, you don't get that much XP, so I would never even recommend it. Like, I feel like I would rather do, like, say, adamant dart tips or something for XP. Just for the sole fact you get more XP per inventory on one click. And you'd make more money, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong on that last one, though. Funny enough, I'm actually star mining on my iron right now. My iron ran out of membership, so I'm getting half the XP that I should be getting. I don't know why Jagex did this, but they made it to where you get half the XP on free-to-play worlds. It's really such shitty behavior that they did that. I think it's 307 next. Star mining sucks on mobile? Absolutely. If you have to like tab out to find something, like it's not a mobile activity. The most high APM thing I've ever done on mobile was Corrupted Gauntlet on like 150 ping. Not fun, but I did do it. And it's because I was, how do I explain this? I was in a situation where I couldn't use my laptop and I had to play on mobile and there was nothing else I could do. Basically, I was on quarantine with COVID. My phone could use data and my laptop couldn't connect for some reason. So I had to use mobile. And I ended up doing Corrupted Gauntlet for like a week straight in a room by myself with like no human contact for a week. It was crazy. I don't think I even got an armor seed during that time, now that I think about it. It was a very unlucky time. But like, I would rather do Corrupted Gauntlet than star mining on mobile. Solely because there's not like a star location thing for mobile. That is like embedded into the game like RuneLight is. But yeah. Oh. I've been trying to come up with ideas for November 9th. I'm pretty sure that's a Monday. Let me double check. Oh, is it not? Oh, it's not. I see. We'll do it on November 10th then. But I'm making plans for that because it'll be my 1-year anniversary for streaming to YouTube. To be honest, I don't know the first day that I streamed on Twitch, so I don't really celebrate it too much there. Oh yeah, I'm coming up with a few plans for that. Just want to see how I want to interact with that. Bro, no way the snow's landing right on me here. Marcus, you still doing thieving, or did you swap to anything else? Finish prayer, not doing cooking. Want to get that total level up? Hell yeah. So you only have one level you need then, because you got the thieving, you got the prayer. So if you just need the cooking, you'll have that done in like 30 minutes or something. Hell yeah, dude, you're gaming. Oh, bro, what is going on here? Dude, I don't know why there's so many like chat bots in Twitch. They're like, oh, you want streamers? Blah, blah, blah. Like, no, get out of here, man. Not that much of a loser. What are you doing for cooking? Are you doing wines, or are you doing something slow like sharks? Or are you even doing carom bonds because they're the fastest? Trying to do carom bonds? Are you one-ticking them or AFKing them? The trick to carom bonds, if you don't know, is essentially you hold down spacebar once you've tried to cook it at least once, so you don't cook the, the poison ones. You'll hold down spacebar and just, every tick you're clicking on the carom bond and the fire. So if you have a visual metronome up, it becomes a lot easier. So you're just holding space, and you just be like, da-dun, 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 just the whole time. And that's the fastest way to do it. So if this was the, the the fire and the hammer was the caramel one, it'd look like this. Yeah, that's what you're doing? Hell yeah. It is a little annoying doing 2 clicks and a tick, but once you get it, you get so much. Ooh, I went too far. Whoopsie. It's really fast. Yeah, it's like 900k XP an hour or something around there. It's absurdly fast. Chris is not happy. Unfortunate. Once you get used to it, it's not that bad. I did it for so long that like my wrist is used to it and I can handle it. But when you're first learning how to do one-tick stuff, it will definitely not enjoy it. Am I gonna have time to get this all? This thing just keeps breaking over and over. I think I could just literally put them in and be fine now. That was a ton of points all of a sudden. What about you, Vintherium? What you been up to? Are you grinding anything in particular? Obviously, I've just been over here grinding out fire making. For I think today is day 5. I think I updated it. It's kind of crazy that they made these logs a 4-tick interaction. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Oh, I missed it. Sad. Oh well, it is what it is. I wonder how many points people get from healing the pyromancer, because I never get the concoctions. I used to when I was lower level because I needed it to heal up. Well, we're not terribly far off from a woodcutting level either. What's our total level at? 1911. Nice. Oh, the seeping into my bones. Oh, of course, a fletching level right then. I was not expecting that fletching level. Hope the carambol's going good for you, Marcus. Hope you haven't gotten any cramps yet. Definitely getting faster fire making XP right now with these short world hops. Had to AFK for 5 minutes, but you're back to 1 tick now? Hell yeah. You're earning that cooking level. I wonder how much gold you would earn going for 200 mil XP in thieving from like literally 99. Because you would never burn the Caramblon. Caramblons are always going to be in demand. I bet it'd be a lot of money. Like less than you would want, but more than you'd think. Like off the top of my head, I would say, I'm gonna say 94 mil. I've not done the math at all though. I'm gonna pull up a cooking calc and see how far off I am. Cooking calc OSRS. Okay, we'll choose old school tools. Okay, let's say you're 99 cooking and you're going for 200 million. And you did Caramblons. Oh, wow. That's like way more than I thought. 216 mil. That's like almost 1 GP per XP. Still not enough for me to do it, but I mean, it's something. Insane that a trading method can be this fast and profitable. I mean, yeah, it's... Oh, a double death there. But yeah, it's definitely very fast, but it's extremely click intensive. Agility could learn something from that. Same with mining. And another death. That's 3 deaths. Wow. Back in the day, cooking Caramblons was actually my method for making money because I could one-tick them. Plus 12 per XP, literally. Back in the day, I remember asking my friend for a loan of 5 mil. I bought 5 mil worth of raw Caramblons, cooked them all, and then gave him back his 5 mil. And then lived off of that for a while. You can still see the effect to this day. If you look at my main account on the high scores, you can look at my cooking XP. And you can see exactly how many Caramblons I cooked to try to gain money. I don't remember why I needed that loan, but I remember needing it. I'm definitely not going to have enough time. The Wintertide just seeped in my bones too many times. And this fire's gone out 20 million times. That's just unfortunate. Not even going to be close. Very sad day. I don't know what I'll do for 99 cooking. I would like to say I'll do Caramblons, but I could also see me doing wines. I'm pretty sure Myth's Guild is the best place for me to cook Caramblons. Because it's literally next to a bank, and it's a range. Is solo Wintertot better than group? It depends on what you're doing. Solo Wintertot is better for points, but group Wintertot is better for XP. Oh no, I went too far again. Ah, I got distracted. But yeah, group Wintertot is better for XP for sure. It just depends on what you're looking for. Solo Wintertot is a very different strategy than group. Group is what I'm doing now. Why am I doing solo? I'm not doing solo, I'm doing group. Group is what I'm doing. Basically, the strategy is to hop to the mass worlds when it's like 50% or more, so that there's no downtime. You can tell I'm not doing solo by looking at the map up here. I'll zoom in a bit and maybe it's easier to see. Entity Hider best in slot at Wintertime? Absolutely it is. I hide the players at Wintertop for a multitude of reasonings, mainly being terms of service. I don't trust players to follow the terms of service here because this is where a lot of first-time accounts go. Or, like, beginning of their accounts go. And they'll just say some heinous shit. Especially political things, too. My god, I keep getting distracted. Politics at Wintertop is peak? Bro, I don't know about that. They be saying some wild shit here. Gotta make sure I see if these things go down. Crab tops everything? I don't know, redwoods are pretty nice for AFK. I'm actually a little excited for crab. Or not crab, but redwoods. I'm not sure if I'm gonna bank or drop the logs for redwoods. I think I'm gonna bank them if I'm on mobile, but drop them if I'm on computer. Pretty soon I may be teleworking again. Just because of like road work and like cold roads and shit like that. Snowing in and stuff. So I honestly probably should go for 90 woodcutting relatively soon. No, you mean for shit talking? I haven't noticed people talking at crab very much. Granted, if I'm AFKing, I don't really look at chat, especially on mobile. Like, I'll see you guys sometimes get, like, levels and shit when I'm at work, and I just don't even grats you. Sorry. Because it's a pain in the ass to grats people on mobile. You bank redwood for fletching minigame now? Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Rude. I swear it's not to be rude, it's just a pain in the ass to try to type on mobile. Most of the time, my chat's closed and I can't see anything anyway. Every now and then, I'm willing to type, but it's very rare. You have chat closed on mobile? That makes sense. You do the same on mobile, I see. Or what are you working on now? I saw you get a level at crab the other day. Defense and getting better at the game. Defense is going great. Hell yeah. Well, Core, you know how to do Chambers of Zarek already, right? And you pretty much know how to do TOA now. It's just refining your gameplay. Just getting better at it. The defense will definitely help survive longer, though. Knowing the basics, doing them is another story. If you know the basics, that means you know how to do them. Getting better just comes with experience. But if you understand the basics of any of the raids, you can do them for sure. Chambers never done solo? I'm gonna be real, Coreheart. Chambers solo sucks. The only people who should ever be soloing Chambers are Ironmen. And people going for CAs. Those are the only two times you should ever solo Chambers. It is literally just such a shitty time doing solo Chambers. Even in max gear, it feels like complete ass. Dude, you're working on Insanity still? Hell yeah. TOA is probably the easiest raid. I think TOA is probably the easiest, followed by Chambers and then Tob. And it's not... Tob isn't the hardest because of it being the hardest raid. It's the hardest raid because you're expected to perform well in a team. Like, if one person messes up, you can maybe still finish. But if two people mess up, like, you're just screwed. For the most part. You want to try more content, more bosses? You think it'll help you a lot? Well, you can always refer back to my progression guide that you looked at. I think that's a pretty decent start. But raids are about the best you can do for improving, besides going to Coliseum and Inferno. And then after Coliseum and Inferno, I mean, you can go to like the Awakened bosses, I guess, if you just really want to. But those are more of a flex than anything. I do warn you, and maybe this isn't for everyone, but at least for me, the game does feel different once you can do all the content in the game. Like, your mindset around the game just changes entirely. And I'm sure you've noticed the way I react to things is very different than the way like you or Rastu or anyone else reacts to the game. I'm able to like doom send internal just because I know I can do it. Just being able to know that you can do something just it solidifies like your brain into doing something much easier. Whereas if you haven't done the content before, you're like your brain is like stun locked into, man, what if I can't do this? What if I'm just wasting my time? What if I never get this? What if I never get that? And you're just locked into this like anxious mindset. But as soon as you complete it, like everything just seems easier. Like, even new content that comes out doesn't really scare me for the most part. Yama, for example, it never scared me. Doom scared me slightly, but I mean, I learned most of the mechanics pretty fast. I do need to actually go and learn it so I can do Wave 8 runs or something like that. Especially for this account. Check clan chat. Hell yeah, congrats on 2,200 total. Give me a minute and I will get your rank updated. Okay, let's see, members. Where you at, Marcus? You're right here and you are now Zenite. There you go. Probably the fastest I've ever seen someone get updated here, funny enough. Content doesn't scare you. You think you can do every content in the game. What scares you is the amount of effort you need to put in to be able to do it. I can see where you're coming from with that. But that's an unknowable. Like, for example, I think Desert Treasure 2 bosses, the Awakened versions, are the best example of what's easy to one person may not be easy to another. I find Awakened Vardorvis the easiest of the four, and by a long shot. I think Vardorvis Awakened is easier than Duke Awakened. But a lot of people would disagree with me. So just because it was easy for me doesn't mean it's not the hardest for someone else. Yeah, just because something may be quick for me to learn doesn't mean it's going to be quick for everyone. I think a good example the other day I was telling you about Barbarian Assault. It took me about 2 weeks to learn Defender. Now, I wasn't as good at Defender as I am now in the 2 weeks, but I was good enough to be like ranked to do leeches. I also was not doing any other content in the game besides Barbarian Assault at the time. To be fair. I wouldn't be able to tell you the amount of hours I put in. But I mean, it wasn't nothing. Getting very lucky on these worlds. Yeah, Core Heart. After you get 99 defense, you already have 99 attack, or what? Damn, you've been playing all day? Hell yeah, that's the way to look at it. You've been improving your account, as some would say. 1 foot in front of the other. $300k Slayer in a day. No, thank you. I would have to be in a very weird mood to ever see 300k XP Slayer in a day. Or it'll be like post Tebow or something. Shit's falling everywhere. Once I have Tebow, maybe. Got 99 at TOA with the guys. Jagex wasn't impressed. Unfortunate. Am I gonna get this in time? I don't think I will. It's gonna be close and I'm not gonna get it. I'm gonna be very sad. Because the fire keeps going out, bro. Stop. I'm gonna be like 1 off. I'm about to be so sad. I'm about to be so sad. I was 1 off, bro. That is so bull. Literally, the fire just kept going out. That's so sad. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, you're not even online, Core Heart. What the hell? Dude, I swear I had you added. Why not? I just swore I had you added. Maybe I just overlooked you. And 99 attack and strength? You're closing in on my stats, Core Heart. What the hell? You're not far off. I mean, you definitely need your magic and range up, but for the most part, you're doing good. You're not far behind me, Core Heart. Not even close? No, you're definitely close. Got better combats than him? That's funny. Or do you know what your bank value's at? Because that you may be ahead of me in. Mine's like 220 or something like that. In that ballpark. You finally crab those, so you're gonna get it up real quick. Absolutely. Crab is super free. If you have, it's basically just use your best DPS gear. I don't know what your bank value is at, Marcus, but I mean, if you can afford like a Soul Reaper Axe, for example, it's amazing. Next goals, things to try are Slayer Helm, Bigger and Badder, BGS, Bofa, DT2, Torment Names, 5 Caves, Achievement Diaries, not in that order. Thanks at 120 to 130. Really? I could have swore you were closer to what I had. Slayer Helm, Bigger and Badder. Let's see. Man, I always keep reading too long. Maybe I do need to get the knife. Slayer Helm, I mean, that's just getting Slayer points. If you just do, like Ava boosting, you'll get it super quick. Bigger and Badder, same thing. BGS is just gold. Bofa is just gold. Desert Treasure 2 bosses, I mean, that's just doing them. Tormented Demons. Tormented Demons you would do on, I think it's Greater Demon Task, if I remember right. I could be misremembering, though. Light Caves again, I mean, that's easy. You just bring your blowpipe. Oh my god, I'm not gonna get this in time again. Am I gonna be one off again? I am! What the... Bruh. I can't believe I was one off again. That's so sad. Like, I miss out on a lot of XP by not getting that. It was my own fault, too. If I had just burned it, like, 1 or 2 ticks sooner. Or if I didn't AFK the logs too long. Greater demons, yes, I see. Achievement diaries. So achievement diaries are just do them when you can, really. Assuming you want to max. Not too many diaries are worth the doing. Unless you just already have the levels. Or if that's an overall goal for you. I don't care about most of them. So there's going to be a few that I never go for. Upgrading your dark light would be good. So you would need to upgrade it to arc light so you can get it to the ember light. But you'll also want a dark light in general so you can do delve eventually. All right, Marcus, see you later. Oh, we finally got our 500 points for once. It looks like we're halfway to 96. Should you brute force Arclight or let it come organically? Not having it locks you outside of some content. For example, it'd be great to have Arclight for Tormented Demons. It doesn't matter too terribly much. So how many of the ancient shards do you have right now? Because the best way to get the shards, in my opinion, is to just wait until you're on a Slayer task and then do them in the Corinne dungeon. I wouldn't go out of my way to go for the ancient shards. They'll come naturally if you just train Slayer. You had greater demons and you did them in Corinne dungeon, and unfortunately no drops. Yeah, it happens. So greater demons are something you actively don't do. Greater demons are a really bad task until you're doing them at Tormented Demons and you want the Ember Light and shit for it. Am I gonna miss out on this again? The fire keeps going out. There's no way this is happening again. Don't tell me it's about to happen again. Dude, there's no way the fire did it again. I'm so mad. That was like 4 in a row, dude. If the fire didn't go out. Literally just if the fire didn't go out. That is so stupid. That's so annoying, man. But yeah, so just doing them in Slayer test. So like whenever you get Dust Devils, whenever you get Anku, whenever you get so you can't get a lot of them, but like even when you're doing your Ava tasks, right? If you get Ghost, for example, just go to Corinne. You can do Ghost if you just run south. You can do Anku if you just run south. You can even do I forget what they're called, but the green guys. The something specters. I'm blanking on their names. The green guys that you need a nose peg for. Actually gonna annoy me that I can't think of the name for them. Aberrant Spectres, there we go. But yeah, essentially, Core, it's just... if you can do it in Corinne, you do it. As for getting bigger and badder in the Slayer Helm, you essentially just do Ava for 9 tasks in a row. And then for your 10th task, so like when it says 9 tasks completed, for that task, you will do, like, to complete it to 10, you would do your highest Slayer Master. So either Konar or Duradel or whatever it is. For you, I think it's Duradel. You can do Konar if you really don't care, but I actively avoid Konar for it. It is more points, but you can get some crazy horrible tasks. And you do Ava for the first 9 because they're super short. They don't give points, but they're super short. And then your 10th task gives you like a big streak bonus. Hey, hopefully we get it this time. It'll be very sad if we don't get it this time. We should have enough time. I'm not sure what gives the best chance for the little purple things, the ancient shards. Owed 69 rewards, nice. Depends on the health of the monster. Oh, that might be right. That might be right. If that's the case, then Dust Devils would probably be your best bet for your current level. Let's see. Ancient Shard Osiris. Based on the number of hit points, best method based on time to kill. Yup. Best shard farms are going to be Greater Necreals, which is 80 Slayer, Abyssal Demons, which is 85, Warp Jellies, which is 52, and Dust Devils, which is 65. Blood Velds also be viable with Venator Bow. Yeah, so for you specifically, it'd be Dust Devils. I could see an argument for the jellies, though, but at least with Dust Devils, you'll make money. It won't be a lot of money, but you will make money off of it. And it's good mage XP, too. So, that may be worth doing at Core Heart, because you'll get good magic XP, you'll get the Ancient Shards, and you'll make money. So maybe it's worth it. There's the option to Cannon Hill Giants, which is AFK, but it's brute forcing. No, don't do that. That's dumb. Do Dust Devils. That is such a waste of time to Cannon Hill Giants. It'll be slow, and it'll be, like, not good XP. And you'll lose tons of money. Dust Devils will definitely be the best for you in terms of Ancient Shard farming. Jellies? Jellies are the only other thing that have a chance to be worth. And that would mainly be for hard clue farming. What's your mining level at Core Heart? 73, I see. When are you gonna go for 85? It'll help you out with TOA quite a bit. I'm still working on it myself, so don't feel bad. 15k till 83? Hell yeah. After you finish the other AFK skills? What other AFK skills, Coreheart? Just defense is all I can think of. Because you actively want 85 mining for TOA. Damn, how did a guy die over here? Oh, and another butt pimple. That's a crazy name. This world keeps having deaths, man. So Kujo, you're actively working on mining then? When you AFK, are you doing shooting stars or are you doing a different method like Motherload? Doing Motherload, I see. Motherload is better XP per hour. It's better than stars. I just can't bring myself to do it. Like, I just hate Motherload mine. Like, I wish I could make myself do it, but I just can't. Motherload's OP? I don't know about OP, but it's definitely good. It's trying to get all the flames out on me. Might as well start putting in the kindling and hoping it just keeps breaking like that. If I just do this, I should have enough. Although, no, I'll be one off, but we should have time. Should is a big keyword. There we go. Been worried there for a second. My problem with Motherload is mainly just not being able to, or having to move all the time for one. But also needing nuggets to unlock different parts of it. And it not just being a level thing. You think you unlocked everything? Hell yeah. Did you get the full Prospector outfit? Yes, that's gaming, dude. That's gaming. I don't know if I'll ever get the full Prospector outfit on this account. I may consider it for mobile, because it's easier to do Motherload mine on mobile than it is to do stars on mobile. For Falador Hard Diary, you only need the helmet for Falador Hard Diary. You don't need the full outfit. They changed that a while ago. It's just the helmet now. Yeah, they changed that a while ago. You watched a vid on YouTube? I see. Yeah, you gotta make sure you're up to date on things. Can't just trust videos all the time. Even my own. Okay, looks like we're roughly an hour out from our fire making level, which is kind of crazy. I didn't really expect us to get 2, but I'll take it. Because we only got 1 last stream, if I remember right. Uh-oh. That's not good. We keep getting hit by the cold. Now let's just start burning and hope. Like my headset's about to die, I see. Can I do this at the same time or no? Oh no, that's so bad. I need the fire to go out. I got distracted. No. I'm gonna miss it. That's so sad. I keep missing it on this specific world over and over and over, man. That's so sad. That time it's because I distracted myself. I shouldn't have done it. That actually hurts the XP an hour like quite a substantial bit. So what's your active goal right now, Cujo? Because you said you're mining when you're AFK. Thinking Slayer? Hell yeah. You have Blue Dragon. I would definitely just kill the babies, personally. Wow, that could definitely be clipped and taken out of context. That's crazy. But yeah, blue dragons are really bad XP, but they're a fast task if you just kill the, like the baby blue dragons. You want to try Vorkath for the last 39 kills? So, if you have a cell, okay, it depends on your amulet slot and your current gear. 99% of the time, okay, no, like 85% of the time, you're better off using a Salve Amulet E, which does not stack with a Slayer helmet. Poor Heart, it is not Vorkath for sure. It is absolutely not a Vorkath for sure. Most of the time, you don't want to use Vorkath on task. Just got the glory? Yeah, no, there's pretty much a 0% chance then that you should do Vorkath on task. Because the Salve Amulet Enchanted is going to be better. Well, you want Enchanted Imbued, but why not though? Money and XP? Because the Slayer Helm doesn't work on it. You can do Vorkath at any time. How can you get it? So the Salve Amulet comes from Haunted Mine. And then to enchant it, you get a book from Lair Tarn Lazor or something like that. And then you imbue it at like a number of places. So you can do it from Soul Wars, you can do it from PvP Arena, you can do it from Nightmare Zone. I think those are the only places you can, but yeah. I didn't get the XP again, dude. That's so sad. World 307 feels cursed. Are you ranging or meleeing Vorkath? And also, do you have Void? You just got the Nate is not face card. Wait, what? You have the face card, but you just got a glory? What kind of out of whack sequence is your gear? I don't want to try the Dragon Hunter one. I'm pretty sure the Dragon Hunter one's actually worthless at Warcath. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's really bad. Just for Vorkath specifically. The Dragon Hunter one has good use in places like Chambers. But I don't think it's very good at Vorkath because I'm like pretty sure it has a super high magic defense. So stick to range? It depends on your gear. I would have to see it. Like, because if you have a face guard, you likely have very good, like, melee gear. Because a face guard is what, like 20 something mil right now? Full Huey and mixed hide boot. I mean, that doesn't really mean anything. That's the same as black D hide. Iron Man, you got lucky. Oh, yeah. You're a group Iron Man, right? I think I'm remembering, right? Getting lucky on the helm is crazy. Can't blame you, though. I got lucky on the helm, too, on my iron. I got the Basilisk helm, or the Basilisk jaw, and the Basilisk head on my first task there. Yeah, so if you're a group Iron Man, okay, so I doubt you have 95 Slayer, or anyone in your team has 95 Slayer. So I doubt you have a Dragon Hunter Lance. With that said, ranging is probably your best option. So definitely get the Salve Enchanted Imbued. And if you don't have an Enchanted Imbued Salve, I wouldn't even touch Vorkath personally. No way I'm one off again, bro. Bro, it's been literally like 7 times. How close are we to a woodcutting level? Oh, not bad. I definitely ran into that for no reason. Think we'll work on it now? Hell yeah. PvP arena is going to be the fastest way to imbue your thing, though. Assuming you don't have any Nightmare Zone points. Wait, no, scratch that. Do Nightmare Zone because it's an already elite task, I believe. So you'll want to do Nightmare Zone for your points to imbue the Salve Amulet specifically, because imbuing a Salve Amulet is the RD task. And you can only do it in Nightmare Zone. So for Salve specifically, do Nightmare Zone. I think it's like 800,000 points you need or something crazy. Finishing Haunted Mine and Tarn Lazar or whatever does not take very long. If you have a ton of extra Slayer points, I would recommend just buying a Slayer ring and you can skip basically the entire mini quest. Is that the same thing for the rings? Yes, but I would recommend PvP Arena for the rings just because it's 10 times faster. Maybe not 10 times faster, but it is a lot faster. Alright, how far off are we? 250k, not bad. Man, you just got a magic fang drop. Congrats to him. What's the best drop I've ever gotten? Like, biggest solo drop or biggest split? I've gotten, I think, 3 shadow splits. I've never gotten a solo shadow. I've gotten, I think 1 scythe split. And I got 1 twisted bow split. The twisted bow split is probably considered the biggest because it was a 2-man. However, I had to fight tooth and nail because the guy tried to scam me originally. And so I reported him to Runewash and I eventually got it. Wow, how did that happen? So the short story is I was raiding with a friend. Okay, I'll call him more of a mutual friend, of someone that I knew. And we were both playing on our Iron Man. I had asked him, hey, do you want to split any drops, yes or no? And he said, yes, that's fine. So we went through the raid, he got a T-bow. And so I was ecstatic. And he couldn't afford to pay it right away because obviously I'm not going to make him just drop a twisted bow. That'd be insane. So I ended up letting him just pay it out over time. He'd pay every now and then. And then there was like 6 or 7 months of where he just never paid a single GP like towards the split. And so I hit him up. I was like, hey, so like what are you like, are you like even working towards the split? Like I've not heard anything from you in literally months. And it got to the point where every time I was messaging him, it was only about the Twisted Bow split, and I hated being like that. And he basically never talked to me anymore. It felt like he was trying to shove it under the rug and act like it never happened. So I got tired of it, and then he started being super manipulative and saying like, oh, if you were a friend, you would just forget the debt, blah, blah, blah. And my mindset was, well, if you're a real friend, you wouldn't make it about the money. You would at least message me regardless of the debt. Like you could ask me if you want to raid together, do other things, anything. But anyway, long story short, I ended up reporting him on Rune Watch and put him on there. And then he got super pissed at me that I did that and acting like I was the worst person under the sun. And then, yeah, he eventually paid Rune Watch, and then I got my split. That's the short synopsis of it. Obviously, there's a lot more to the story than that, but that's all that really matters in the story. It was just a friend who didn't want to pay it out. What happens if you get reported to that Rune Watch? Rune Watch is essentially a third party, and they put your name onto a list, and that's a publicly available list where you report times that you've either been scammed or people didn't pay out, like splits, assuming you agreed to split, I should say. And it's basically just a public database of previous scammers, or actively reported people, I should say. Because if you pay off your debt, you no longer have your name listed. So, like, as soon as you pay off a debt, your name's not listed anymore. But if the same person scams again, his name will be put back up there along with prior scams. And I think you can only do that twice, and I think the third time you scam and get put on there, they permanently leave you on the list. I always thought people raid with friends more than randoms. Yes and no. Because you have to meet people, right, to raid with them. And if you want to raid with people, what better way to, you know, find friends to raid with than raiding with random people who are doing the raid? I've probably raided with more random people than I ever have raided with friends, to be honest. There's like 30 bots in World 331 in public POH. In the lectern, what does the thing even do? So the lectern in the POH is used to create the teleport tabs. So that's where you get like your Barrows teleports, where your teleport to houses, your Varrock teleports, Falador teleports, all of them. That's insane, really? Yeah. Is it easy to find good players to raid with? So yes and no. The most common place people find people to raid with is we do raids. And from there, you just look for who is hosting a team and you join in. Is that a money-making method, making tabs? Yeah, absolutely. Because all you need is a soft clay and the runes to use it. Or the runes to use the teleport. And it'll turn it into a teleport tablet. So from there, you just, what's it called? You just turn it into a tablet and sell it on the GE for profit. So as long as the cost of a teleport tablet is more than the cost of soft clay plus the teleport runes, you'll be making a profit. It's also pretty AFK, and a decent money-making trainer. Or a decent Magic XP trainer. It's not, like, amazing, but it is decent. Especially for early game. I mean, it'd be pretty easy to make a calculator to see if something's worth doing it or not. I would definitely say making teleport tablets is really good for super early game money. Because you can get magic levels super quick. It's also better than high alching if you don't have a lot of money. Getting a lot closer to the level. Still far away, but we are getting closer. I feel like the best money I've been making on this account lately, though, or not lately, but just in general, has been Chambers. Challenge mode Chambers has been super good for money for me. Imagine the bots are making millions, and absolutely. I would be extremely surprised if they weren't making tens of million. And honestly, probably hundreds of million. How a lot of them do it is they'll have noted soft clay. You meant IRL millions? No, definitely not. Absolutely, they're not making millions from running soft, like, teleport tablet bots. Not a chance. I would be surprised if they're even making, like, half of minimum wage. Because you have to account for them getting membership, whether that's through bonds or through real-life money. You have to account for electricity. You have to account if they're paying for scripts to run the bots or if they're making it themselves. If they're making it themselves, they're more than likely going to get banned super quick because they're not likely to be someone professional. Because if they're a professional, why are they doing something such low money and not something like raids or something? Where they would literally make way more. Now, if you had like 20 bots doing like, say, TOB or something, then maybe they're making, you know, a little bit over, I don't know, like a decent wage. But then you still have to worry about them getting banned, you still have to gear them up, you still have to do all these other things. But really all they have to do is pull a scythe every now and then. Also, the fact if you were able to get millions of dollars worth of gold through teleport tablets, the price of teleport tablets would be in the literal toilet. It'll just never happen that way. Because there has to be a market for buying them. Oh, wait. Am I gonna make this in time? Okay, I will, yeah. Had me worried there for a second, not gonna lie. Biakor, I don't think I've ever heard you mentioning, like, what you did for a job IRL until today. Man, everyone's dying. Wait, I could have swore you said you did, like, civil engineering or something. I know Rasu said he did that, but I thought you said you did something with civil engineering as well. Now that I think back on it. Your studies are in civil engineering and economics. I see. Interesting. Do you want to work in civil engineering? Because, I mean, you have a degree in it. Hey, 76 wood cutting. No, you don't. I see him. How does schooling work where you are, Korhart? Like, is like college free there? Got it done. Wow, that was fast, Cujo. You got it done super quick. Did you already have points prior? Not bad, you don't need a regular 9-to-5 job. That's crazy to hear. For you to say that in America, like, you gotta be rich already. And even the quote-unquote rich people here typically work 9-to-5s. There's paid universities, but the free ones are better and free? What? Why would a paid university be worse than a free one? That's insane. What do I consider rich? I guess that is kind of a loaded question. To me specifically, I would consider myself rich if I didn't have to work anymore. Like, I could literally live off of the wealth I have already accumulated in my life. And I guess that's it, really. If I could just live off of the wealth I've accumulated in my life. Typically, that would also imply I already own the place I'm going to live for the rest of my life and be able to continue the way I live. I would say that to me is considered rich. Anything above that is nice to have, but I wouldn't say is like a requirement. But if you have to work to continue to live, I would not say you're rich. Even if you had like over $1 million or whatever, if you still had to actively work because of your lifestyle is too expensive, then I wouldn't consider you rich. I would consider you bad with money, but I wouldn't consider you rich. I also wouldn't consider you poor either. What's the median salary in the USA? The USA is way too big to just go off of median salary. The US has a very large area. You would need to go by, at minimum, the state you're in. And even from there, I would break it down to the city. Because if you take something like, let's say Missouri, right? There's parts of Missouri where you could go like $30,000 a year and live. But then you can go someplace like Kansas City and you would need way more money to live. I mean, even in New York, you could see that difference. If we were just going for a broad term, though, median salary USA. It says 60K per year, but I really don't believe that. I would say it's probably closer to 40K. But obviously I could be wrong. I was doing the math for me to retire the other day because I'm taking a few like online classes, and one of my assignments was to like look at my own budget, how much I make, and like do the math to like be able to retire. And I have to, assuming we were at current rates for money, I would have to have like 1.3 million saved up or some shit. And that's like assuming I already own a house and stuff, and it's just insane to think that way. Simplifying, if you multiply that by 10, so 600K would be enough to retire with median salary? No, absolutely not. I don't agree with that in the slightest, Coreheart. I get financial advising is your job or whatever, but I heavily disagree with that. Okay, let's say 60,000 was, okay, so this, times that, then times that. I'm thinking you would need closer to literally double that. Let's say your expenses currently are about 60K per year, right? Do about 80% because of after retirement, your expenses are typically going to go down. So whatever 80% of 60,000 is, which I think is like 48K, Multiply 48K by 25, so you can go with the 4% rule, which puts you right at 1.2 million. So you would need literally double that. Assuming you're going by the 4% rule, which is when you probably already know what it is. But for anyone who doesn't know, the 4% rule is essentially saying live off of 4% of your savings per year, which is supposed to last you roughly like 30 years from the time you start taking out money. And the 80% is just because your expenses go down when you get older. Because you typically own your house, you get older, you typically aren't doing as much, spending less. Not to mention like social security payouts and stuff like that. My case with my specific job, I'll end up receiving a pension, so it would be even less, but with my current lifestyle, without lowering it, I would be closer to the 1.3 mil mark because I'm also including a house with it. Because I don't currently own a house. What's your APR on your capital in your example? I think it was 7% when I did it. I think it was 7% when I did it, but I don't remember off the top of my head. There is a good chance that you have easier math to talk about retiring with in Greece, because you have a lot more of a socialist style economy. Considered way too low. I agree that it's too low. But you also can't really, like, know for sure what the market's gonna do. Like, I got, my current 401k, I got very lucky this year specifically. I had like a 16% return this year. Obviously that's not every year. I've seen years where I lost money, which sucks when that happens, but I have a very risky portfolio because I'm young. Thank you. I mean, it's all luck at the end of the day. It's not like I'm timing the market or anything. I'm, you know, putting money in and forgetting about it. I'm definitely not someone who's qualified to talk about what you should or shouldn't do with your money, especially in any sort of financial advice sense. For sure not qualified. So don't take what I say with any sort of grain of salt. 16 is insanely good. Yeah, I know it's insanely good. And I've had years where I've literally lost money. Even through, like, putting money in. I'm in a very risky portfolio. As for my non-401k, I don't know what my return is. I didn't look. I only looked at my my 401k because that's all. I can't touch it, so I'm more likely to look at it. I think next game we're getting the fire making level. Not this game, but I think the next one we're getting it. Yeah, we're super close. Only 26k away. We'll get like 9,500. Yeah, we for sure get it next game. In general, if you were making 8%, you were losing money. If you were making 16, you were rich. I don't understand where you're getting losing money on 8%. Well, I mean, I know inflation on average, last time I read a study, was like 2 to 3%. But in the recent years, we've had insane amounts of inflation. I'm not sure what the current inflation rate is. I do know I'm ready for this fire making level. 11k away, so we no matter what get it this this time. For her, have you gotten the fletching knife yet? Or are you even going to go for it? I know Marcus was talking about it earlier. No, should you? I don't know. I know Marcus and that guy on Twitch was talking about it earlier. I've not gone for it myself, so I don't know like how good it truly is. But I think you save 1 tick or something. It'll definitely be nice for Wintertot if you go for 99 fire making through here. Super good if true. Yeah, no, it's for sure like whatever the hell it's called. Like 1 tick faster or something. I may end up getting another construction level here. Not today, but unlikely to be today, I guess I could say. Get one more log in here. We'll wait for the end. Alright, let's get this XP drop for 96 fire making here. 96 fire making, and you gain nothing from it. Thank you, thank you. Three more levels. That's kind of crazy. That means we're like 2 or 3 streams away. Probably 2 streams away from 99 fire making, if I had to guess. And another person died over here? They need some help or something. Yeah, so I've been working on a ton of different college classes. I finished like 3 in the past week. I could have finished my 4th one today, but I'm gonna be real, I ended up playing on my phone the whole day. And so yeah, I didn't finish it. I got heavily distracted. Between Crab and YouTube and, you know, everything else. What am I studying? So my degree that I'm going for is a bachelor's degree in human resources management. I'm gonna be real, I don't really care about the degree, but it is it's what my job is mainly. My job title actually just changed, like, to human resources specialist or some shit like that. So really, I mean, it directly correlates with what I do. I just don't really care too much about it, for lack of better terms. I'm mainly getting the degree just because it looks good to have a degree. Part of me wants to get like a couple of classes away from getting my bachelor's and then swapping to a different degree. And then maybe doing it a 3rd time and just getting a ton of degrees before getting out of my current job. Because my job will pay for college. However, if you finish, say, an associate's degree, they won't pay for a 2nd associate's degree. Same with the bachelor's. If I finish this bachelor's, they won't pay for a 2nd bachelor's, but they would pay for master's. So you can kind of fuck with it by getting all the way to the end of a degree and starting over in a different bachelor's degree program. So essentially, you could keep a ton of your credits, and then, like, whenever you're tired of, like, you know, going for your bachelor's and you have like 3 or 4 lined up, you just take like the last class for all of them and just get all of these different degrees all at once. I've thought about doing it, but I've never actually done it. Also, if I end up going for a master's, I have no... Oh wait, it's bachelor's to master to PhD? Yes, correct. So, in terms of, like, studying, right? So it's your high school, your associate's degree, which is your 2, your bachelor's, which is your 4, your master, which is your 6, your PhD, which is your 8 to 10, depending on what kind of study you do. Finish your master's in economics. Look at you. What a smart person. I technically don't even have an associate's degree. I'm like 4 classes away or 3 classes away or something like that from an associate's. But I just don't care enough to finish it because I'm going for the bachelor's, which is a 4-year. And because I just don't care enough, it's like, I'm going for the bachelor's anyway. Who cares about your associates once you have a bachelor's? Maybe one day I'll go back and do it, but we don't have associate's degrees here. That makes sense. I mean, they don't really matter too much. They're more of like a figuring out your pathway. Most of the time that I've talked to people who have associate's degree, they're typically in like unassigned like schooling. It's more like how do I explain it? An associate's degree is typically like getting your core classes completed, like your math, your science, your English, your history, all of the like core things that don't really matter on your degree. It's just like, hey, I have my core fundamentals, now I'm going to study something more specific. However, it doesn't have to be that way. What age do you normally get an associate's? If you went straight from high school to college, you would graduate high school at 18, so you would typically have your associates at 20 to 21. And then your bachelor's would be like 22 to 23 and so on and so forth. It's basically every 2 years. It also depends on how many classes you're taking. So like a bachelor's degree, at least at the school I'm going to, is 120 credit hours. So if you're, and each class is typically about 3 credit hours. So I would need to do 40 classes to get my bachelor's from scratch. I'm over halfway done, but I'm about to add an additional like 12 credit hours because of the classes I've finished recently. So I'll go from like 60 to like 72 hours or some shit like that. Hey, thanks for the follow, Bob. Much appreciated. I tell us associates and bachelors is one thing, 4 to 5 years depending on the field. That's pretty close to here, except associates is like its own thing. A lot of people don't specifically work towards the associates unless you're in a weird situation. Like Tennessee in the United States has this program where if you graduate high school in Tennessee, you'll be able to go to college for 2 years for free. And so that's typically if people go for an associate's degree. They'll do that and then get out. Or if they get scholarships and stuff like that to go to their bachelor's level for free, then they'll do that. But for the 2 free years, it's worth it to go for your associate's degree and just specifically get all your core classes done. There's a lot of stipulations on it, like you have to be considered a full-time student and stuff like that. You can only go to certain colleges and stuff like that. I'm someone who's never enjoyed school. In the state I grew up in, had one of those programs where you would go to school full-time for 2 years and get your associates. But I ended up dropping out after the first semester. Kinda wish I didn't, but at the same time, I don't really mind it. I hated school. I still hate school. But, I mean, I'm going to it just because my job really, really pushes education. But I'm not too bothered by it. I much prefer online courses. Doing online college is probably the best thing that's ever happened for my education in terms of getting a degree. I cannot stand sitting in a classroom and feeling completely useless. So once I started doing online college, my mental health was just so much better. I was able to complete school so much faster. I could take way more classes than I did before. Not that I did, but I could. It was just all around so much better. being able to do schoolwork on my time, because school starting in the morning at like 7 a.m. and doing it till like 4 or 5 p.m., it felt like I got nothing done. And then I would go home and just be tired the whole time and then have to do more schoolwork, and it was awful. Compared to whenever I'm doing online college, you can go at your own pace. You could do it at any point. Like, yeah, there's still timelines that have to be met, but being able to do it on my own time, just, it's so much better. Studies are useless in making a career? Absolutely. I agree with it, but I do understand why a lot of people consider it important. I do think it's really bad that a lot of jobs nowadays will see that you don't have a college degree and they'll be like, oh, that just means you can't commit to something, and they just won't hire you because they think you're not able to stick to a plan, which is dumb. I think it's just dumb and irrelevant. But showing that you have a degree in your like career field that you're actually applying for makes sense to hire someone like that more than some random person, unless they have experience in the career field. Someone like me, if I wanted to get a human resources job outside of my current job, it would make more sense to hire me because I have several years of experience in my career field with human resources. Plus, I'm going for my degree. I should have a stronger package than someone new who, say, has a master's in it but doesn't have any job experience. Because I'll have at this point, about 6 years of experience, and then I would also have the degree in the future. So I would be considered super competitive, or at least I would hope so. Am I looking for a shift in my career? Probably not. I could. So if I was to swap, like make a shift in my career, I would likely go into tech. But at the same time, I don't know if it would make me happy. So I've been through three different career programs. One was pre my current job. The second was when I got my job, and the third was whenever I realized I wanted something more specific to what I was already doing. So the very first time I went to college, which was for that associate's degree program, I was trying to go for mass communications because I wanted to be an AV productions person. So like either news or work with concerts with like the lights and sound and videography and stuff like that. That was like I thought it was super cool. I wanted to get into it. But whenever it's kind of a funny story. I went to college and it was like one of the first days of class, and my professor for my mass communications course, he literally sat us down and was like, hey, if you guys are here for a degree in mass communications, it's completely fucking useless. And that is not something I wanted to hear day one of going for a degree program that I'm getting free college for. And it killed like 90% of my motivation to even go to school when I was already dragging myself out of bed to come to class. And so it was a very hard thing to hear, and I ended up just essentially just giving up, and I dropped out after the first semester. Actually, I dropped out before the end of the first semester, mind you. And yeah, it was not good. So anyway, I got out of college. I went to work at a local grocery store for a while. And then from there, I made the shift to my current job. And then I was like, cool, now I want to go to college for game design and development. Because I was like, that's really cool. I love games. You know, maybe I can learn something. I think coding's kind of a cool thing. I got into the class and it was not at all what I was expecting the course to be like. And I hated it. I realized I'm not really that creative of a person. I can be creative, but it's very hard for me to be. And for me to be in a career field that I have to be creative, it was extremely hard for me to continue. So from there, I started looking into other things, and I ended up saying, okay, well, I'm already doing human resources for my current job. So that's just what I'm going to focus on. And so here I am, and now I'm like over halfway through my bachelor's. I'm not quite 75% of the way, but I'm getting there. I would say I'm like, I don't know, let's see, 75 out of 120, whatever that equals out to. Like 63% or something. Amazing story, nice. Thank you. I am open to another shift in my degree. However, I think my job is good for me specifically. I am not a hard labor person at all. So anything hard labor is just not for me. I'm not a physical person. I do not thrive in a physical environment. So that is not for me. I'm good behind a computer. I'm good with spreadsheets. I'm good with like doing menial tasks. So maybe accounting could be good for me. Maybe something like that. I'm decent at talking to people, not really. But it just kind of depends. I'm not sure I'm going to have enough points for this round. But yeah. So accounting could be a career swap, but I don't think I really want to go into accounting, to be honest with you. Given you are making your salary plus 20% on top of the passive relatively. I don't know what you mean by that. No, I didn't get the points. Sad. What do you mean by 20% on top of that passively? Like, do you mean that because of my pension? My eventual pension? So the job that I'm in, I am very unlikely to leave. So with my current job, I will have a pension after I work here for so long. I will have continuous healthcare for the rest of my life. Like, it's such a nice package to just stay in my current job no matter what. It's more of a question of what do I want to do after I leave my current job? That's the bigger question at hand. Because I can get a degree all day and night for my, current thing. It'll help me, push my current career, yada yada. But what do I want to do once I'm done in this? If I make 60K and you inherit a trust fund that pays you 72K, would you continue working where you are now for more money? Okay, so, I mean, yes, I would do that. Just because I would rather have the money for sure. And I don't mind the job enough that I'm like, I need to get out. If I hated my job, that'd be a different story. Like, I care more about my financial security than I care about my discomfort in the short term. Now, if it was like, I will be working this job indefinitely for the rest of my life, then no. I mean, if I have a trust fund that pays me 72K yearly for the rest of my life, obviously I'd rather, not work at that point. But I would also have a ton of other questions, like how much can I take out? Am I able to put a loan against the trust? Am I, like, what are the stipulations to this? Can I own a house with this? Blah, blah, blah. There'd be a lot of stipulations there. Um, 72K a year. I would be able to live off of that. I wouldn't feel super comfortable because I wouldn't be able to feel like I could do too much. 72K a year in perpetuity. So that would be nice at the start, but the older I get, the less that money's worth, which would scare me. I mean, yeah, so I probably wouldn't I probably wouldn't quit, to be honest with you. 72K a year is a lot, but personally, I would rather keep working my job until a current retirement rate. Oh, this is like awful. Oh, this is awful. 1 second. So if I continue working my job, right, until my pension, if I just invested that 72K a year all the way until then I would be considered rich for sure. 72K a year into a brokerage account would be insane. And it probably wouldn't even be all the way into the brokerage. I would probably keep some of it to supplement my income and max out my 401k contributions. That would be the most optimal way to do it, and then whatever's left over, invest. But I would definitely continue to work for a while. At least until the point where I would also be able to supplement my income with not just that 72K a year, but also through like dividends and capital gain sales and stuff like that. I would much prefer to live off of dividends, obviously, but those also aren't guaranteed. Yes, they come out every 3 to 6 months, sometimes yearly, just depends on what stock it's in, but there's so much that goes into that hypothetical. But if it was just a plain and simple, you get 72K a year period, and you don't have to work anymore, I would probably still work. At least until I'm like, I don't know. At least until I hit like middle age. Like maybe 40 or 50 and then stop working. But I think I'm too young to not work. Like I think I'm too young to just not work, because I don't know how that would affect me for the rest of my life in terms of, I don't really know what I'm trying to like say. Like I don't know life as well as someone who's old and retires versus if I'm as young as I am and retire. I feel like that wouldn't be the best for me just as a person. I feel like there's a lot life still has to teach me before I even consider retiring anywhere near this early. However, an exception to that is if I went and won like the mega billionaire lottery or something. Dude, I'd quit on the spot. Because I would never have to worry about it again. What if your significant other also made 72K adjusted for inflation? So a total of 144K a year between the two of us. I still don't think I'd feel... It's somewhere between being a billionaire and making a ton of money at, like, no effort. Like, I don't know what that amount is. Like, household income. Yeah, I get that. 144K a year. So... the main things that my mind immediately goes to right in this hypothetical is my lifelong financial, like, health, right? Is if it's in perpetuity, we both get 144K, I would say I would somewhat feel comfortable. I don't think I would entirely stop working. I think I would still work like a part-time job or something. Just to make sure I still actively think. I don't think I'm getting points for this round. Oh, I'm definitely not getting points for this round. Unfortunate. I think I waited too long. But, so, when I think about retirement, right? So I have to make sure I have my housing. My housing is the first thing that comes to mind. But obviously there's other stuff like eating and you know, being able to, you know, live in general. But my household is the first thing that comes to mind for retirement. If I owned a house, it would be much easier to just say, yeah, cool, I'll live off of it. But I currently rent. So I don't, for all I know, my current rental place could be like, hey, your lease is up now, get out. And if that happens, I don't really have anything I could do besides just look for a new place. But if I owned a house, I don't have to worry about that anywhere near as much. Now, sure, a tornado could come through, wipe the house out, and you're scrambling and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, emergency situations like that happen, but it's much less likely than my landlord to just say, I don't want you living here anymore, so we're stopping your lease at the end of your current contract. So if I owned a house, I'm much more likely to retire. Then after that, after worrying about the household, I then worry about insurances. Whatever insurance I may have, whether that's homeowner's insurance, if that's health insurance, if that's car insurance, if that's, you know, any number of things. Past the insurance, then I worry about transportation. So that's like, okay, is my car still good? Do I need to get a new one? Do I need to get a second car? Because my current situation, I only have one car. Do I need to worry about getting a second one? I don't think I would, but maybe. And then from there, those are like the three main things that come to my mind, is the house, the insurance, the car. And so after that, then I can start thinking about the things. Mortgage payments must be kind of similar to rent. Last time I did the math between mortgage and rent, it's not the case. Rent is cheaper than mortgage payments currently, at least in the area I live in. I don't want to get into specific details on payments for that specifically, but I will say in my area, it was like a $800 or $900 difference in mortgage and rent per month. Last time I checked, I should say. I also would not want to live permanently in the area I'm at either, though. I would for sure try to move away, which would have its own costs involved as well. But when we're talking about for the rest of our lives, it's a one-time payment versus moving all the time. I mean, that's pretty much how I look at retirement. I mean, you would understand that more than I do, Mr. Master's degree, but I mean, that's what comes to my mind when I think about it. Do you enjoy your place? You could argue that someone would take the 72K and move anywhere in the world where you can easily live with 72K. So that's what I think most people would do. I would think most people who aren't obligated. So I'm contractually obligated to my job. I can't just quit. That's not an option. I literally can't just quit my job. I'm contractually obligated for X amount of time. So that would also play into it. If I could just move anywhere, I don't have a specific place in mind that I would, but I have an idea of a few different places. It would definitely not be anywhere near where I live right now, though, for sure. My stipulations on living is pretty easygoing. As long as I have a house with internet, decent internet, I should say. Like, I'm good. Like, that's all I really need. Well, and electricity, obviously, but that comes with internet. But I would also want, you know, my wife to also be happy with where she's living at. It's not just a me thing. What's my dream place to live? Like, billionaire dream? If I could have a ton of, like, billionaire dream, have a ton of land, not like a crazy big house, but like, if I could have like maybe 4 or 5 bedrooms, I'd be more than happy. Like a decent sized house, like let's say like 2,500 square foot to 3,000 square foot. Tons of acreage. And no neighbors for a long distance. Let's see what else. For the most part, I would say that pretty much covers it. As long as I have internet and electricity and all that as well. So USA? No, very few parts of the USA. Very few parts of the USA have that. The thing is, because I'm a United States citizen, wherever if I was to leave the United States, and let's say I went to Greece, right? If I was to go to Greece and bought a house in Greece and lived there, I still have to pay taxes to the United States. Like, you're just screwed. I would have to get rid of my United States citizenship to not pay taxes to the United States. And even then, I likely would still have to pay taxes in some regard, depending on how long it had been since I was a citizen there. Like, if I was to go to Greece and buy a house in Greece, I would have to pay taxes to both Greece and the United States. And the property taxes would go to both Greece and the United States. Assuming you have property taxes there, which I'd be very surprised if you didn't. But the USA is also big enough that if you wanted a different climate, then you could just move somewhere else. So, let's say you really like the desert, right? Okay, well you have parts of Texas, you have Arizona, you have Nevada, you have Utah, you have like all these different like places, New Mexico. You can move any of those places. Oh, you want rainforest? Well, then you can get any of the Appalachians. Oh, you want like a super cold climate? You have Alaska. Oh, you want a super hot climate? Oh, you have Hawaii, which is also an island. Oh, no, you don't want either of those. You want just like a really flat area. Okay, you can go to most of the Midwest. You can go to Oklahoma. Oh, you want to live, you know, on a beach somewhere that's really humid? Oh, well, you got all of Florida. You got South Carolina. You got, you know, Mississippi, Alabama. Like, there's so many options in the United States that you can just pick a climate and a kind of location, and you can find that somewhere in the United States. In Greece, you cannot find a house with a mile apart from the next. If you could, you wouldn't want to live there. I mean, that's fair. So, at least in the United States, so I don't care so much for the distance between neighbors as much as I care about what it looks like. So, let's say you have a quarter mile between you and the next person, which is a long distance, right? That's a very long distance between neighbors. So you could go even less than that. You could say you could, let's say you could literally throw a rock and hit the neighbor's house. If I had enough trees in between my house and theirs, I'm fine with that. I just like to have a lot of privacy to myself. I would want to be able to do whatever I want with my land. Like, if I wanted to walk around in my backyard butt naked, I should be able to. But I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that unless I had privacy. So whether that's having no one anywhere near you or having a bunch of trees in the way, one or the other works for me. How close do you have to be from supermarket, town, cafe, cinema, store, etc.? I personally don't care. I would say probably within 30 minutes though. I would say within 30 minutes is good. You would want to be that close anyway, just because your internet's probably going to be trash if it's not at least that close. Hey, that was our 500th Winter Talk completion. Let's go. Distances in America are vast. That'd be a nightmare to you. 30 minutes isn't that bad. Like, before I moved to where I'm currently at, I had to drive 20 minutes to work every day. And then if I wanted to go to the grocery store, it was a different way for like 15 minutes. If I wanted to go to like a club or something and do something, then I quite literally had to drive, I think it was an hour and 10 minutes to go to like a bar. Or well, a good bar, I should say. "30 minutes away for the closest store?" Well, when I think of store, I'm thinking like a Walmart. You could be in New York City, drive an hour, but you're in the city. Well, that's just because of how long it takes to get out of the city because of, like, the bad drivers and stuff. Or just standstill traffic and stuff. Like, I've never been to LA, but I've heard horror stories of it taking like 8 hours to get through LA. And it's not exactly a big city. I mean, there's been times where I've drove like 45 minutes just to go to a restaurant that I thought like would be nice to go to. Hell, I've drove an hour and a half to go to a restaurant before. Now, I didn't like to drive that far, but, you know, I just wanted to go to that restaurant. I think this may be our last Winter Talk game. Same, but not because of city traffic and roads, but because of the distance. Oh, other way around. You could literally walk there? Yeah, no, it was like an hour and a half away because it was several miles away. So you guess I wouldn't like a city? No, I hate the idea of living in a city. A penthouse in New York City? Abso-fucking-lutely not. That sounds atrocious. I would absolutely hate to live in New York City. I would feel claustrophobic 24/7, and I'm not even someone who has claustrophobia. That just sounds like a bad time. A few more logs before we get out of here. Having a small place in Venice or Monaco or something, I would have to look at it. But it's time to go pull our rewards from the chest and see what we get. So I'm ready to see that. Okay, let's go ahead and deposit these. Let's just start with the big pull right away and see what we get. Okay, we got some good burnt pages. We love to see it. Burnt pages are always nice to see. I didn't check how many rewards we had. Oh, 140 rewards we're pulling here. Warm gloves. Okay, so we'll get an addition. Okay, so that's an additional 100 pages we're about to get from that. Okay, go ahead and use it on this person. Extra pages. Turn in 50 pages. Yep. Talk to this guy. Burnt pages. Trade that in. Yep. Boom, 120. All right, let's go ahead and bank that. Big search. Nothing good here. Nothing good here. U-seeds are pretty good. Okay, there we go. More burnt pages with the Bruma Torch. Ready to turn that into that guy. What are these? Ooh, Lantodimes. Renar seeds, not bad. Burnt page. Okay, bank these as well. I don't remember what we started with. I think it was like 1.6 or something. Here we go, got some burnt pages. Snapdragon seeds are always good. Looks like that's all we got here. I'm not sure how much we got total, but it's like we're ending off on 2.7. So I think we got just over a mil. That is not bad. I mean, that's like 250k an hour. When did we get blood? Did we do a TOA or something? We had to have. Well, anyway, 389 burnt pages. Not bad at all. What's our bank value? We're at 223 mil. And then some teak logs. Alright, not bad. I kind of want to sell it, but I don't want to sell it yet. I would like to get us back to our green cash stack. We wouldn't quite get there, but we wouldn't be far off either. I think our next big upgrade, I mean, it's Eye of Ayak for sure, right? But, if we skip the Ayak for now, and just, you know, be able to sell items for it, I can see maybe Serp Helm because it's cheap. Ferocious Gloves would be nice, but we can't afford them yet. They're like 12 mil last I checked. Actually, let's look up the price of them real quick. Ferocious... Oh, wait, no, it's Hydra Leather. My bad. 13.2 mil. Yeah, so we just straight up can't afford that. So, Serp Helm, Ferocious Gloves. Surely there's something else that we need. I feel like there was one more thing, and I just can't remember. Let me see. I had this somewhere. Where is it at? Where is it at? I had a whole thing for this. Give me 1 second. This is taking longer than I thought. Okay, here we go. So, oh, a torture. So I would say, how much is a torture now? 17.5 mil. Okay. So I would say probably Serp Helm into Ferocious Gloves and then Torture. Those are probably our biggest 3 upgrades besides Eye of Ayak right now. We need to sell this Trident of the Seas and get just a normal Trident. It's so funny that I'm still using this. After that, so those 3 items, I have Ayak, and then I think we're on to Masori. And then we're, like, super good. What's that bow below Anguish? Bow below Anguish. Oh, that's the Dragon Hunter crossbow. The Dragon Hunter crossbow is specifically used for, obviously, dragons, but it's really good at Ulm and Vorkath both. Dragon Hunter Lance, good for Chambers, and it's also good for Vorkath. Dragon Hunter Wand is specifically good for Chambers. Buckler is good for Ulm, but it's also good for Tob once I get there, assuming I do 4-mans. It's not really worth it for 3-mans, though. Dragon Killer? Yeah, literally. These 3 things are all great for Chambers. I've actually not gotten to use my Dragon Hunter yet, because Jam and Japalio have just not been running Chambers. And I'm not about to solo it. You got me messed up. Yeah, so I think the best thing to upgrade, really, is to go to Serphelm, see what's left over, and go to Ferocious Gloves. It probably wouldn't take long to go to Ferocious Gloves after getting the Serphelm. Especially if I just sell. I mean, this Trident of the Seas can't be worth that much. Because it has a bunch of charges in it, I would just refill it. If I really wanted to nickel and dime everything, though, I could turn these crystal shards into, like, divine potions and make some money. Not much else going on here, though. Once we get 99 fire making, which we're not far off of, I'm not sure what we'll do next. I'll probably, like, roll, like, a... what is it called? Like a spin a wheel or something, and see what skill to go for next. If it's a skill that costs money, it looks like we're going to be grinding out raids and stuff. But if we get a skill that's, like, money-making, we'll end up doing that. The main goal right now is to max. However, I don't know what the immediate future is gonna show us with sailing coming out. I'm more than likely going to, more than likely when sailing comes out, I'm going to be playing on my main until I max that out and then come back to this account. That's the current plan. But, yeah. Anyway, with that being said, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Always great to see you pop in here, Coreheart. Good to see you too, Errol's, even if you do be saying some weird shit. For anyone who is in here who does not know, I stream on Fridays, Saturdays, and Mondays from 6 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, we also have a clan chat, can't forget that. It's called Mid2 Maxers, always looking for new people. We do everything from raids to clan events to just talking in Discord, whatever it may be. The Discord is also linked in the description of the either video or under the stream or in the description, just depends on when you are watching this and where you are watching this. But with that, I will see you guys tomorrow. See ya.